time. And we don't have so much to cover, so you guys can ask questions throughout it when questions come up. And we're going to get started. And just so everyone knows again that this is recorded. And this is going to be on our YouTube afterwards if you need any of this information. So we're going to have the Phoenix Summit Challenge again this year, but it's going to be a little bit different. With the pandemic and with COVID and everything, they moved it onto a virtual platform. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about how it's very similar to the Phoenix Summit Challenge of all the past years of what we love, and how it's a little bit different and how you can get involved and get active anywhere from anywhere you want, and you can participate in the PSC. So the details, so this is going to be a week-long event. So instead of one day, you'll have 7 different days to complete the challenge, and you can complete it anywhere. So there's going to be a predetermined amount of steps, and I kind of listed some of them right here. The 7 summits is 50,400 steps, and then our all abilities is 18,660 steps. So there's a predetermined amount of steps that you have to complete. So kind of like, you know, you're shooting for 10,000 steps a day on your Fitbit. It's somewhat like that. So you can complete this anywhere. You can go hiking out on the trails. You could go to the gym. You could roll around your neighborhood, go down to the canals and roll around and watch the sunset. You don't have to participate and do these all solely on just the trails this year. You can do it from anywhere, which really, and I'm going to go over, we're going to give you a bunch of different ideas on where to get your steps in, but literally the opportunities are limitless. And this year, with everything that's going on, the cost is going to be free for all of Daring Adventures participants and volunteers to register when you register through us using our link.
I think everybody else that's doing it, which is like over 800 people already, they're all having to pay $30 each. So the city has been so kind to waive our fee. So hats off to the city. Yeah.
You can step in your wheelchair, Jerry?
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
The steps can be completed, right?
Yes, and I'm going to explain that in just one
She's
second.
going to go through all that.
Yeah. So these are my hike suggestions. So say you still want to go hiking and you want to get your steps in via hike. There are some semi-accessible and accessible, fully accessible, paved, wheelchair accessible trails and compacted gravel trails. The paved trails are the North Overbank Trail, and this is at Rio Salado Restoration Habitat. So that's down by Tempe Town Lake and the Little Salt. And then we have the Penny Howe Trail, which is at North Mountain Park, not North Mountain Visitor Center, which is where we typically do Trail 100, but at the park side. And that's about, 0.5 miles. And then you have the Nature Trail at Reach 11, Reach area, Recreation Area, which is also, I think, under a mile as well, but it's also paved. And then we have the Deems Hills area, where there is the HOV one, which is compacted gravel, but there's actually a short paved trail that goes all the way out, and it meets at the same point where we meet for the HOV road trail for Deems Hill. And then Judith Tunnel down at South Mountain. And the ones that are highlighted, I have maps of, because those are the typical trails that are on our All Abilities Challenge that we always do. But the other maps, all you have to do is basically type in exactly what I have here, and you can find the different areas and all trails and in the different preserves website. And then compacted gravel, we have Papago 5K over at the Papago Park Preserves. We have the Jane Raw Trail in McDowell Sonoran Preserve. There's also a Nature Bajada Trail over at the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. And then down at Gilbert Riparian Preserve, down in Gilbert, I think actually everyone here on this Zoom call has actually done the trails over there at the Gilbert Riparian Preserve. And then Trail 100 and 101, that's the typical trail that we do at the North Mountain Visitor Center. So not the same as North Mountain Park where Penny Howe is, but the other side where we typically do it. And then Apache Wash. Now again, I'm just going to remind you that Trail 100 and 101 and Apache Wash, they're not exactly wheelchair accessible in terms of your everyday wheelchair. You would definitely need a safari chair and a little bit of assistance because it's more of it's an easier terrain, not exactly compacted gravel and completely accessible.
Good question.
But the beauty, just to add to that, the beauty of the way it's laid out this year, you know, partly due to, well, large part due to COVID-19, is that you're able to do, you know, your hiking anywhere, whether it's the ones that Sarah suggested out, or the maps that we typically do, or there might be places in your own community that you'd like to explore, like Heritage Square or things like that. That's the cool thing about the PSC this year.
So these are the all abilities trail hikes, and you'll be getting these maps along with it because I have quite an extra few passports from last year that I'm going to put in here so that you guys have the maps, so that if you guys want to go there, you can use the maps that I provide you in your bags. So this is Deems Hill area, and this is the HOV lane. It's 2.2 miles. So what they did, and I want you guys to understand this, what they did was they took this 2.2 miles, and then if you look at our next trail, this distance, the Judith Tunnel is 3 miles. This is that paved trail from Box Canyon and then to Smeek and goes around. So this is 3 miles. And then this one is 2.2. So this is the one at Trail 100 to the bench. And that's when the trail turns into Trail 101. And then the last distance, and they added all those distances up. And then they converted it for every mile, it was 2,000 steps. So that's how the steps were calculated. So they added up all the distance of these 4 hikes and then the 7 summits, and then they converted it to steps.
Wow.
Yeah, they had some major technology going behind those to formulate all of this.
So is that what it is? The mile is 2,000 steps?
It's 2,000 steps.
So that's why they want us to hike. Well, they say fitness gurus that we should walk 10,000 steps a day to do 5 miles.
Probably. I mean, it actually, and it's awesome though, because think about it. You were doing 18,000 steps that one day, but now you have 7 days to complete that much. So it's even more attainable than it was before. So now you're saying, well, how am I supposed to get my steps? Well, these are my creative suggestions on how to get your steps both outside and inside the house. So you could walk, roll, or bike around your neighborhood. I'm going to talk about the application that that basically runs this and how you sign up for it. And if you do choose to use that and not a pedometer, which we are going to have to be for you to rent, then the app does convert both bike and wheelchair steps. You could utilize many of the canal systems for a sunset stroller bike. You can hike many of the accessible trails, or you can complete some fall cleaning outside or do some gardening. Inside, you can get a head start on some Christmas shopping by taking a few laps around the mall. You can hit up the gym for an workout. You could clean your entire house while getting your steps in. So you can go grocery shopping, and instead of just getting the stuff that you need, you can do like an exercise grocery shop where you walk down every single aisle while you're getting your steps in. So now once you get your steps in, what's calculating your steps, or where do you manually input your steps? So this year, instead of having to basically scan our wristbands or have to keep track of every trail and get our stamper marks, we use an application or a website. So all of us are going to have a login and a password to a website or an application. If you have a smartphone, you can use it on your smartphone. If you have an iPad, you can use it on your iPad. Or say you don't have any of those things, you can use any computer that has internet access, because you can also just use the website and not the actual application. So if you use the app will actually track your steps for you and will basically do it all for you. All you have to do is be connected to the app while doing said steps. Or say you have a Google Fit, or you have an Apple Fitness app, or you have a Fitbit app that can connect to Walker Tracker, then that Google Fit or your Fitbit or your phone can transfer the data, instead of saying like, okay, well, my Apple Watch told me I did 25,000 steps today. Now I need to take this app and input it into the Walker Tracker. No, you can connect those two apps and it will basically take this data and send it to the Walker Tracker app, and you wouldn't have to do a thing. But say you don't have a Fitbit, you don't have any of this stuff, you can just go to www.walkertracker.com and you'll basically be able to manually enter your steps by using a pedometer. Maybe you have an old Fitbit that doesn't connect to any devices. So it basically allows you to enter your steps from anywhere, no matter what, and it allows you to keep track of how many steps. So every time you take a hike, or you go to take a walk, or you go to the grocery shopping and you're taking an extra couple laps and you come home and input your steps, it's going to show you how far you are on the challenge to where to complete it. So say like you walked 500 yesterday and you walked 600 today and you entered yours in, it's now going to say 1,100 steps have been completed. And not only will you see where you are in the challenge, but you'll also get to like basically search people's names and see where they are on the challenge if they're registered and you have their Walker Tracker ID. So it's also going to be a cool way for us to stay involved. If you get me back your Walker Tracker IDs, I can kind of see, you know, who's the person at the leaderboard of our group that's all completing the PSC. So we might even be able to make it into some type of challenge in the inner workings.
Right. Just for clarification though, the Walker Tracker, it has a program that's in there that's actually for the 7 summits only, where it will say, you know, to the person that they've completed, I don't know what the exact verbiage is going to be, but they've completed their hike or their set of hikes or whatever, but they didn't set that program up for the number of summits or the distance that we're going to be walking for the all abilities. So don't feel disappointed that it doesn't say that. I don't know exactly, like Sarah said, it's just going to show a number that we've completed and that we've inputted. Does that make sense, Sarah? I think so.
Yeah. So like once you get your numbers, once you get so many steps completed, you might not get an automatic response saying you're done with the challenge. You might keep accumulating steps, because remember, there's not just the accessible 4, there's the 5, the 6, and the 7. So it goes all the way up to that numbers of steps. It's equal to the 7 summits. But you don't have to do that many steps.
Yeah, we don't have to do 50,000. We only have to do, what, 15 or
Yeah,
something like that.
How many steps?
it is right
Like
here.
15,000?
18,660 steps.
660.
Wow. Can you do
Okay.
it? No. You can do it. No.
Well, that's what we've done every year.
Yep.
And we do it in
exactly.
one day. So now you have 7 whole days to complete it.
Yep.
You can go halfway and take a rest and go the next day and do the other half.
We
Right?
could go all 50,000 steps. Seriously?
That's exactly right. It's
Yeah, you could
unlimited.
complete the whole thing. You
Yep.
could do the Phoenix
And I-
7. Yeah.
So,
I think that's a
Yeah.
wonderful idea because we actually have 7 days.
Yep.
So maybe it is tracking like Sarah said, when you go to the grocery store, you name it. So that's a great idea. I think I'm going to track every step I make for 7 days.
And
I
see
think
how much you have.
That's great.
And I think it's going to be over 70,000.
all right. Miss Sarah,
So in addition to doing the registration for everyone, we're also going to be offering free equipment rentals for anybody participating in the PSC. So say I really wanted to participate, but I don't have my own trekking poles. I don't have my own camelback ladder or pedometer to be able to manually enter my steps in or whatever. We're going to be able to rent those out for you guys. All you're gonna have to do is when you register, you're going to mark what you would like to rent from us. And all these above, so trekking poles, water bottles, camelback ladders, hats, pedometers, hiking boots, depending upon size, and gait belts are going to be distributed at bag pickup only. Now, say you would like to rent a safari chair, an outdoor walker, or a trailblazer, they're also going to be limited, but they're also going to be available, but they're going to be on a more limited basis. So say you need a safari chair and you are planning to hike Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're just going to say, hey, Sarah, I would like to use the safari chair Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I'm going to, once you mark it down there, I'm going to basically be emailing you to basically make an appointment for you to pick up the safari chair so that it's not, you're not coming back and forth with the safari chair, and to limit social distancing and safety.
Yeah, we have 6 safari chairs, so we're hoping you'll be able to keep it for that whole week.
Yeah.
But it really kind of depends on, the person that needs the chair and so forth of which ones we have. But yeah, I think it'll be that way.
Sarah,
Yes.
Speak up.
when we're doing the challenge and we're at home, is it okay if we can get our roommates and our dogs involved in it too this year?
Absolutely. Definitely go walking and hiking with your friends. Just remember to socially distance. And as long as you, go ahead, Jerry.
Well, I guess I couldn't use their steps though and put their steps on my record, right?
No,
So we
you
get
can't
twice
use
as
their
many.
steps. No.
Okay, dang it.
Jerry.
Fuck you.
But yeah, that's a great idea to get your neighbors involved or your friends or take your dogs for a walk 4 times a day. Yeah, that's great.
So drive-through bag pickup. So instead of basically doing our bags the day of or having you guys come to bag pickup if you would like, I'm pretty sure they're doing somewhat the same as us as a drive-through bag pickup. So what we're gonna do is on November 13th, between 9 and 3, when you register, you're gonna select a time frame or an appointment time to come through, and you're going to basically drive through our little parking lot. We're gonna have a little table set outside with your bag already prepared for you, and then with anything that you marked down that you needed to rent from us to use for the PSC. You don't have to get out of your cars. You can remain in your cars, and basically staff will come to you and hand you the bag with your PS t-shirt, your walker tracker information, and any type of goodies they give us.
So is Daring Adventures registering participants?
Yes, so we're registering anybody that would like to do the all abilities and the accessible 4.
Okay.
Well, it's just really, yeah, they're gonna be listed under our group, but it's like Sarah explained, all those suggested hikes. If you want to do something totally different, or if you want to be challenged and do, I don't know, another mountain or hill or an area that you want to, most definitely do that. And I think we're not locked into doing those 18,000 miles. I think go as much as you can and really make it a goal, maybe to do the 50,000 miles or 50,000 feet, within that week. I'm going to try to do that now. I didn't think about that before, but I think it's a doable
So
thing.
we're gonna so I would need to come up and get my bag, right?
Yep, you would have to come up and grab your bag.
Okay. And that's on November 13th?
Yep.
Between what time?
When you register, you're going to select a time to come. So that will be all dependent upon what you select.
Oh, gotcha.
There might be,
So
Sarah,
I'm actually gonna have to register. What?
Sarah, are you thinking you're going to be using a safari chair?
No, but what I'm still not clear about is if Daring Adventures is registering participants, then why would we need to re-register?
We're registering you through the city so that they have your information and they can get you a t-shirt, and then you're registering yourself to the app to use the app to track your steps, or to manually enter your steps, or basically to add all your steps together and see where other participants are on the challenge. That's why you need to register for the app. It's kind of like making your own Facebook profile.
Okay, yeah, that's clear. So I would need to pick a time with you guys to come and get my bag.
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Yeah, and Sarah, we might be able to, I can look at my calendar. Maybe we can, I don't know if I'll be downtown, but I know it's hard for you to get all the way to the park because of the bus stop, but we can talk about that offline.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just send me send an email my way. So.
Alrighty.
Okay. Because I might be able to meet you at the transfer station right there at Dunlap and 19th.
Yeah.
I can take it to her.
Something.
I live right off of 7th Ave and Camelback. I can just shoot it down to Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could just take the light rail up there. That's not a problem.
Okay, we'll work that out.
Okay.
Yep. Alrighty,
The goal,
so
this whole thing with COVID-19 is to really limit contact. So it's limiting contact for all of us, not just staff, but all of us. So if we can, do it in a safer manner, let's try to do that, if we can.
So registration deadline at the latest that you can register in, the links on our calendar, it's on our Facebook, is October 31st. That is the last day to register, and that's because we need to give it to the city to be able to get all that stuff ready for you guys. And then
Sarah, are you seeing Doug at all?
Yes, I am. Not just on a very limited basis.
I think anybody down there, share this with them. And, as long as we get people signed up by Friday, I think it's a great thing for people to be doing on their own. So, for everybody, for you too, Julie and Sammy and Melody, if you know of other people that would be interested, most definitely share this so we can get them signed up by Friday. So
to make this kind of fun, even though we know it's a little bit weird this year, so we can still kind of see how all of our Daring Adventure family is doing with the PSC. We want you guys to take pictures of how you're getting your steps in and to post them on your social media with hashtag Daring Adventures, hashtag Queen at Summit Challenge, hashtag Our Everest. And then whoever ends up registering after the 31st, I'm going to be creating a Facebook group so that you can basically go into, and it will be just like an event page, because that's what I'm going to create it as, and I'm going to invite you, and for that entire week you'll be able to post pictures in there. Everybody that's in it, of their different ways that they're getting their steps in.
Can we dress up?
You can dress up, absolutely.
What if you don't have a Facebook?
How do you think we're
That's
gonna do it?
okay. I'm going to also be sending all the pictures via probably email that week too, if I get any. So you can send your emails to me via email, and I'll put them on our Facebook as well. And then I'll send you any other photos that I get.
Cool. Very
Do
cool.
you have any questions? Because the adventures must go on.
I didn't know that you did.
There's
Yeah,
Oh, look at, there's Julie.
This is my
There's
first
Trish.
time doing a virtual one.
on with that hair. That's true. Oh.
Eduardo.
Hey, it's my dad.
There's your daddy.
Do you guys have any
Cool,
other
I'm
questions
excited.
for us?
Well, this is my first time doing a virtual whatever.
Mine too.
We're all doing it, so I think it's gonna be fun too. Yes, me and Jerry are doing it as well, and I'm gonna try to do the 7 summits this year. It's gonna be.
You mean climb all the 7 summits?
I don't think I'm gonna do the 7 summits like the actual mountains, but I think I'm going to complete. I think I'm going to complete the allotted step amount. I think that's a little bit easier.
That's what I'm gonna do.
But if I do get
Yeah,
ambitious,
70,000.
you'll be sending it. Oh, you'll be seeing pictures for sure.
Yes, Sarah, we want pictures of that.
Yeah, mom too.
Well, I think it's like anything else, it's good planning. So look at that
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
and, kind of decide at what level that you want to do it, the level that we've been doing it, those 18,000 steps, or I think it's a good way because you're already doing other things is to track that stuff. And then you'll kind of get an idea of how many you actually do, put in for a week. So
Wow.
it's kind of cool. Sarah, is there any prizes for us?
No, but I was
Maybe.
thinking about making a little challenge. So maybe, but you're gonna have to wait until after registration is over, and until I get
Okay.
all those details kind of figured out.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So maybe like a gift certificate to a little restaurant.
Yeah, and I was
Or
thinking that maybe
Taco
try to
Bell.
get like people, try to get all of us to post, like you have to post a photo to win with a hashtag, with a sign that says hashtag Our Everest. You have to complete at least 5,000 steps, and then when you get to 10,000 steps, maybe this will happen. So let me think of it, and hopefully there will be some type of challenge or prize onto this.
Melody, do you guys have a salad and go over there?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You like it?
Love it.
I know. Cool. Okay, because maybe there might be some gift certificates to salad and go.
Woohoo!
Good for mom.
Strawberry lemonade's my favorite.
There we go. I don't know, after doing all those steps, we might need certificates for like ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeet, you.
Really? Yeah,
That guy's name.
that's a good idea. Well, that's exciting.
Alrighty, well guys, thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys have any other questions, please email me. we're going to be there to kind of help you through this. We know it's a little bit different, but what is it? Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.